My name is Cecil D. I am from the Tulalip Tribe. My father, his name was Cecil D. Lacy Jr. He was, in 2015, he was murdered by two Tulalip police officers and a Snohomish County sheriff. What was he doing? Going for a walk. He went for a walk every night.
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
The names of the two officers were, I'm sorry.
Take your time.
Officer Johnson and Officer Gross and Snohomish County Sheriff Doug Pendergrass. He was killed by homicidal asphyxia, but the coroner they tried to cover it up by saying that.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Take your time, baby.
We hear you.
Take your time.
We still here.
They said that it was cardiac arrhythmia. They covered it all up. At the time that they killed him, they turned off their body cameras and they threw them into the bushes.
That's why we're here.
That's crap.
That's why we're here.
That's crap.
That's why we're here.
We got your back.
My father never hurt anybody. He was kind and he loved his community and they loved him back.
Here, look. Here.
He spoke up for our people. He had been writing for our local newspaper, our CHAZ, and he was exposing much of the corruption in the Tulalip Police Department. He had been writing about a lot of the dirty work that they did, the corruption, and the other indigenous lives taken by the Tulalip Police Department.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
They had harassed him for weeks before they took his life. Weeks. And he tried to speak up about it. Before he died, in fact, just days before he died, he had a paper ready to submit to the Seattle Times about the Tulalip Police Department and their crimes. And what happened just days later? Those two Tulalip police officers and that one Snohomish County sheriff murdered him with their knees on his chest. He told them, please call my wife, call my wife, call my wife, have her come and get me. They turned off their body cameras and they murdered him. He said, I couldn't breathe, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
They heard him. They knew he couldn't breathe, but they didn't care.
No justice, no peace.
They still took his life.
Facts.
Now let's talk about what happened to these officers. And I'll mention that we still have an open case.
No justice, no peace.
Johnson, Officer Johnson, was promoted to sergeant officer. The rookie, untrained officer, he quit his job.
Good.
You okay?
And Sheriff Doug Pendergrass was promoted to detective. The SMART team, investigators, covered it all up. They covered up the whole thing. Why is it that a badge and a gun gives you the right to murder innocent people of color?
That's why we're here.
That's their
Why?
power. That's their power.
When will it stop?
Now.
I want to see people of color be able to go about their daily lives without the fear that an officer will murder them. We want justice now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, now. I was 14 years old when they killed my father. I didn't get to say goodbye. I didn't say I love you, Dad, before he left. And what haunts me is the last thing we did was argue. I wish that I could tell my dad how much I love him and that I miss him.
He hears you now.
Oh, he hear you. He hear you. He hear you. He hear you.
I will continue to fight for justice for not only my father, but all innocent lives taken by the police. Until the day that I die.
Okay.
I am tired. The American people are tired. We're tired of injustice. We're tired of racism. We're tired. We're fed up. When will this end? When will they stop killing us?
Now.
I worry for my children that I have in the future. Hold police officers accountable as normal citizens.
Cecil D.
For the first time in a very long time, I feel happy. Because I feel heard. And that is what we want. We want to feel heard.
Baby, go ahead, clap for him.
Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name.
Lacy Jr.
Cecil Lacy Jr. Say his name.
Cecil Lacy Jr.
Say his name.
Cecil Lacy Jr.
Say his name.
Cecil Lacy Jr.
Come on, baby, get up. Thank you.